The first wife of Texas church killer has revealed disturbing new details about his violent past, including the time he bragged to her about snapping his pet dog's neck when he was just 10 years old, and then laughing about it. Tessa Bremer, 25, broke her silence about her relationship with Devin Kelley in an emotional interview with Inside Edition, portions of which aired Friday and Monday, recounting how the funny and generous teenage boy she had met while working at a burger joint near San Antonio, Texas, over the years transformed into a violent and abusive man who beat and sexually assaulted her, threatened to kill her and physically abused her infant son. "I was terrified, really terrified," Bremer told Inside Edition's Stephen Fabian. "He would choke me, punch me, kick me. There would be times where I was on the floor curled up and having to protect my organs because he would be violently kicking me." Scroll down for video. Wife speaks out. Tessa Bremer, 25, sat down for an emotional interview with Inside Edition Friday to discuss her brief and violent marriage to Texas gunman Devin Kelley. Young mom, Bremer entered the marriage in April 2011 with a 9-month-old son from a previous relationship, pictured. Kelley, a U.S. Air Force airman, married Bremer in April 2011, a week before moving to New Mexico, where he was to serve at the Holloman Air Force Base after being cut from an elite intelligence training program because of poor academic performance. Bremer entered the marriage with a 9-month-old son from a previous relationship, and Kelley became the boy's stepfather. Bremer said Kelley was battling severe depression and began beating her for even the slightest infractions, like being late for appointments. The woman also claimed her then-husband sexually assaulted her, but she said those incidents were too graphic and painful to discuss. "The most I can say is he did do it against my will and I told him not to and we would do it anyway," she said. During their time together, Bremer said she was not allowed to go near Kelley's phone. It was not until later that she found out that her husband had a fake email address and would exchange sexually explicit messages with various women who would send him photos of breasts. Another red flag for Bremer was when Kelley boasted to her about killing an animal in cold blood. "He was like, you know, when I was 10 years old, I had a dog and it was play biting me and I snapped his neck and I thought it was really funny," she said with a puzzled look on her face. "I was like, who thinks like that?" Bremer recalled her terror when Kelley, left and right, flew into a rage over a speeding ticket and put a gun to her head. She divorced him just over a year into their marriage. Abusive. During that incident, Kelley admitted to cracking his stepson's skull 3 months prior. Their rocky marriage finally came undone in October 2012, after an incident in which Bremer said her husband pulled a gun on her in the car after she warned him about driving too fast on a remote highway. "And he had a gun in his holster right here and he took that gun out, and he put it to my temple and he told me, 'Do you want to die? Do you want to die?'" Bremer recalled.